Hello scrapbookers, this is Megan and I am back today with a off the board layout. So for this one, I am using these Tim Holtz Distress crayons, which I think I've only used maybe 2 or 3 times in my life of having them, and I've probably had them for a few years. I don't know. I don't even know how long they've been out, but I probably got them the year after they came out, and I just don't really use them a whole lot. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to bring them into this layout as my mixed media background. So you will have seen the layout that I decided that I was going to Scraplift from my Pinterest board. And I think the lady that I'm scraplifting used paint, but again, like I said, I decided to go with these Tim Holtz crayons and to kind of just have some fun and play. So I did a lot of things wrong this first time around, so I'm going to throw that one aside. I'm going to end up actually just recoloring on top of the colors here. And then I'm actually going to take the time to clean off my mat because, as you can see, it looks incredibly disgusting. So I'm going to color on top of the crayons that I have here. I wanted to make them a little bit wider, and so that's what I am doing. Then I'm going to clean off my mat, and so magically here now in a minute or a moment, my mat is clean. Look at that. The nice aspect of editing. Sorry, it's late. I can't think. I'm supposed to be in bed right now, but I decided to do a voiceover before going that way. So yeah, fun times. Anyway, so this works out so much better. So what I did was I am using the pads of my fingers to kind of rub the distress crayon onto the paper instead of before I was using like my nail, and so you could see like the nail mark indent in the crayon, and it just didn't look good in the last one. Also, I didn't smush the packaging together, and I didn't roll the water around on the packaging because I wanted the colors. It was okay for them to mix, but I didn't want them to mix so much that the colors became muddy, and I feel like that's what they were doing on the paper before this one. So here you can see I'm going to keep adding water until I get the look that I want, and I really like how this turns out. At first I was thinking, okay, this is not working, but I kept at it. I just keep smushing it and I keep spraying water until it looks the way that I want it to. So I was really happy with this. As you can see, I am now going to put it aside and let it dry, and I'm going to come back actually quite a few days later. I think this is a week later that I come back to finish this. So I have these photos from a layout I actually made for a Click Hits layout. I think it was in 2018, maybe it was 2019. It might have been last year. But I made a layout and I just didn't like the layout I made, and so I pulled these photos off. So they are already semi-embellished and they have layers behind them. So I'm just going to add to them. I had these cute little weird paperclip springy things in my stash. These are old. They're probably like 15 years old. I got them from Stampin' Up! Probably about 15 years ago, if not older than that. And I just have never used them. So I had them sitting on the side of my desk, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to pull them out and they are going to work perfect. So I pull out purple, blue, green, and yellow. And those are the ones that I'm going to use on this layout. So here you can see I've pulled out a few embellishment pieces, and I'm going to actually start layering behind the photos even more. And I think this is the All Heart collection. that I got as a Click Kit. I think it was 2018. It was a long time ago, I want to say. So, yeah, we're just going to say whenever All Heart came out, I was a guest designer for Click Kits that month. And so that's how I got this collection. So I am just gluing down those little spring paper clip thingies. I don't even know what they're called. I could look, but the container's all the way over on my other desk, so that's just too much work. Anyway, I'm going to kind of stick them on the photos and behind the photos and into the layers of the photos. And I really, really love how that turns out. So now here I am adding another layer to this top piece. Like I said, I'm going to keep adding layers, and I really, really, really love how the layers came out on these photos. If you know me at all, you know I'm not like a crazy layer type of person. I like my very symmetrical layers. So when I do layouts like this, they're very few and far between. I'm trying to venture out of my comfort zone though. Okay, so now here you can see I have this Hooray little ephemera piece that I'm going to use as part of the title. And then on the original layout, I already had the title, or I kept the title, and it just says all the eggs. And so I am just going to add the word for, and the title for this page is going to be Hooray for all the eggs. And I'm going to kind of play and mess around with this. At first, I was going to use those Tim Holtz tile letters, but then I realized those were the wrong ones. I needed a different one. And so I'm going to grab those from my stash in a minute here. Then I'm going to put down the title. So like I said, oh, and also I did have to bring out some liquid glue to put down some of these springy thingies, whatever those are. I thought that would work better. I'm not sure if it actually is better. The glue has dried now, and we'll kind of see over the test of time which stays better, the liquid glue or the glue Zots. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to start putting down the title now, and I decide that I am going to put the word for to the right of the word hooray, and then the word all. At first I was thinking I was going to put it on the photo above Brennan's head, but then I decide I didn't really like the way that looks, so I'm going to place it on top of those springy clippy thingies, and then the word the right next to it in that little space, and then the word eggs is going to go to the right. So it works out really well. I'm also I have to figure out what the date was. I know it wasn't actually Easter Day. I think it was the day before Easter Day. And so I need to find out what the date was. And I'm going to stamp that using a rotary stamp underneath the word the, in between the title. So I thought I was all done. I went and ate dinner with my family, and then I came back and I was like, you know what? It looks like it's missing pieces. So I pulled out this old Amy Tangerine ephemera pack. I don't even remember what kit this was from or collection, but I really liked these craft pieces. I felt like they kind of popped against the white, and with all the color all around, they just stood out. And so I added a floral one, and then also a little banner down there at the bottom, a banner up at the top, and then to the right of that photo of Jonas at the top, I put a little journaling box there, and that's going to work out perfect. I could have done the journaling down below on the layout or on the sides or something, but I really like having a box or a designated area to do journaling. I haven't actually done the journaling yet as of right now, and I'm recording this, but I'm hoping I will have done the journaling by the time I did the photos, so I can, stay true to my word of journaling on every layout. And I don't even, like I said, I don't even know what I'm going to say. Jonas and Brennan are getting pretty old, and one of their cousins is in the photo on the bottom with Brennan and Tinian. They're getting old to keep doing the egg hunts, but they do it for Tinian's sake and also for Candy's sake. So I'm thinking it's going to be around those lines. Say something like that. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this layout. Make sure that you head on over to all of the other ladies' channels. I will have all their links below. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. If you are not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe and hit that like button. Thank you so much. Bye.